The Brandon Chamber of Commerce sponsored a debate forum, which we brought you live. Barry Jansen was at last night's debate and had the leaders going head-to-head on all of the election issues.
4 months ago. I mean, where did this $600 million come?
The debate is generally a polite affair, but that doesn't stop the leaders from getting in a few shots.
I consider patients and young people not special interest, Mr. Philman, and that's where there's a real difference.
In fact, the Brandon lab is intended to be the lab that will service the needs of all the rural areas of Manitoba outside of Winnipeg. And so, rather than put up those kinds of proposals to get people upset, I suggest you come up with a positive plan for the future. If not, just say that you support us like you did in the legislature when you voted for our budget.
The fact that the forum is held outside Winnipeg doesn't deter the men from trying to connect with their audience.
I know how difficult it is to make a living out there right now because of the way things are, with low prices for grains and wheat and canola and so on.
Anytime that you have three leaders standing up at the front, expounding on the virtues of their platform, yeah, the people of Brandon are certainly going to come out ahead.
You can see both the Garys have certainly done their homework on how the plans need to unfold, how they are unfolding, and they articulated that very well tonight.
Brandon University's Meyer Serfati, a veteran of such debates, says no one leader stood out.
No, there was no clear-cut winner today, in my opinion. I think Gerard did very well, much better than anybody expected. He was humorous. He made some very good points on health, which is, of course, his forte. But I thought he did very well. He was quite poised, and I think he's likely to win a few votes here as a result. But again, it's too little, too late, as far as I'm concerned.
In Brandon, Barry Jansen, Pulse News.
NDP leader Gary Doer said today if he wins the next week's provincial election, he will spend more money on community clubs.
Community clubs and teams in communities need to be supported.
Doer says kids need to get more involved in recreation and sports, and a good way to do it is to get them to increase funding to community clubs to $1 million. He says this cost will offset the registration fees, equipment and travel will make it more affordable for families.
We will proceed to move as quickly as we can. I know, meeting with the community club organizations last June, they feel that with a little bit of hand up, there can be tremendous amount of greater activity and opportunity for activity with a lot of our kids.
Doer says taking part in sports improves children's health and develops self-esteem, leadership skills, confidence, and dedication. And today, Liberal leader Dr. John Gerard did not make any formal announcements. Gerard continued to push the Liberal agenda during a noon-hour leaders' debate, speaking further about the City Plan 2000. For the rest of the afternoon, Gerard was campaigning with St. Vital candidate Lynn Clark, and then in his own riding of River Heights. And Premier Gary Filmon didn't make any election promises today during his daily press announcements, but he did take some time to take some shots at the NDP. All this week, the Filmon team has been matching up his election platform with his New Democratic counterpart. Today, he pointed to his 50-50 plan, which promises to cut $500 million in taxes while increase spending on health care and education by $500 million.
We took a random series of different examples and showed the significant savings for people in every one of those cases between our proposal and the NDP proposal, which is essentially no tax cuts other than some property tax credits, which are only half as much as people would save under our removal of the education support levy.
And with last night's leadership debate out of the way, the first of two forums featuring local candidates gets underway tonight.